Welcome everyone to this week's portion of Ag Week Weather, and tonight I want to start off by talking about the drought monitor across the continental U.S. And as you can see, compared to the past few weeks, there has been a lot of improvement in the northern plains. It has been as dry. We've seen periods of showers and storms, producing at least some heavy rainfall across the northern plains, even down into the southern plains, seeing some heavy rain in Texas and Oklahoma. Meanwhile, out west, that drought does continue across California, and that's going to persist for quite some time. But it does appear like there is going to be some rain down into parts of California. But a little bit closer look at the northern plains, you can see there are some areas that are still dry, but it does look like we are going to see chances for showers and storms at least through the next couple of weeks. But as we look at the pattern for the overall summer, June through August, we are looking at least much of the country seeing warmer than average temperatures, especially across the west. California all the way up to parts of Washington, Oregon, even into Canada, seeing well above average temperatures. Meanwhile, the central plains going to see near or maybe a little bit below average temperatures because of active systems coming through. That's going to bring a lot of rain, so likely to see above average rainfall into parts of the central plains. But as we go into this week, we are looking at the jet stream here now. You can see the polar jet stream that's going to stay to the north, and that's going to allow for systems to stay up across Canada. Meanwhile, the subtropical jet is well down to the south, but it looks like the eastern seaboard going to see some active weather. That's also going to keep them a bit cooler. Meanwhile, a lot of upper level ridging building in. That's going to allow for some pretty warm temperatures for the upcoming week across the plains before we start to see a little dip in the jet stream, and that means some active weather going into the weekend. That means showers and storms, possibly some heavy rainfall. So as we take a look at this week's outlook, we are going to see overall drier than normal conditions down across the southeast, aside from some pop-up showers and storms stretching up into the northern plains, but I think there will be some active weather at least going into the weekend. Meanwhile, the Pacific Northwest staying pretty rainy. There may be some rain going into parts of California, which is good news because they are still in that drought. And again, the southeast staying dry aside from a few showers and storms building up during that afternoon heating, which is typical for the summertime. And New England staying at least a little bit active. Meanwhile, we will see hit or miss storms through the next couple of weeks, which is typical of some summer weather. But again, to reiterate, we are going to see warmer than average temperatures across much of the continental U.S., and then some hit or miss storms during the next couple of weeks, and that actually will continue throughout the summertime. Maybe some heavy rainfall, but the overall trend for us is going to be for some drier than average weather.